So looking at this, we have to figure out how we're going to get this replaced. Let me get the new parts out and I'll line them up so you can see what I mean. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 2 of the eBay Repair Challenge. Our last item was the HP handheld computer. I still have not sold that item, so I can't use that money to purchase anything else yet. But today we're talking about item number 2. For this repair challenge, item number 2 needs to be a mechanical item. I got something that has only moving parts, nothing electrical. It's a motor, and here it is. Here we go. So this is a Hog motor. It is a miniature Stirling motor. I'll be talking more about how this works as we repair it, but as you can see, there's a bulb that goes on the end of this, actually 2 bulbs, and they're both broken. Now, I've never tried to fix anything like this. In fact, I didn't even know they existed until I started looking on eBay for my item number 2, and it looked like something that would be challenging, but really fun at the same time, so I'm hoping for good news on this one. I'm hoping we can fix it. Let's take a look at the numbers so you guys know where we are. So this is item number 1 was the HP 1000CX. We had $125 to spend. Now, item number 2 is the Hog Micro Stirling Engine. I paid $42 for this, and the parts that I got were $53.38 for a total of $95.38. So the total I've spent between 2 items is $170.38. And as I said in video number 1, we have a total of $200 to spend out of pocket. So if I want to spend more, I need to sell more stuff. Right now I have $29.62 left to spend, unless I can actually get some of this other stuff sold. But that's enough talking about numbers. Let's take this thing apart. Okay, so first of all, let's take a quick look at this and I'll explain to you how it's supposed to work. So with a Stirling motor, we need a heat source. So there's some sort of liquid in here that is flammable that we just start on fire and the torch will burn. Now that torch will heat up a glass cylinder, and there's actually 2 glass cylinders. There's an outer cylinder and an inner cylinder, and as it heats the air up, it pushes the cylinder back, and then as this turns, it will actually push the cylinder forward, and then that will compress the hot air, and then it'll just go back like that, and then it just keeps going. So that's how this motor works. And normally if this was a real motor, there'd be some sort of belt on this part, and that would turn another tool. So this Stirling engine basically is turning heat energy into mechanical energy. Now, when I first bought this off of eBay, I knew that parts could be hard to find for this, and the first parts I saw were very expensive, and I was pretty worried at first about not being able to make any profit because the parts were so expensive. But I did find one website that had some parts but didn't have the parts I needed, so I emailed them and they responded and told me they could probably get the parts I needed. Now, they offered these parts at a very reasonable price of, I think I said $53, and so I do want to thank the person that sold me those parts. I'm going to link up their website in the description, as well as their YouTube channel. His name is Jurgen. I don't know, I'm sorry I'm slaughtering your name, but thank you so much for helping me get these parts, and hopefully you're gonna help make this video and this item a success. Now, one of the other cool things about this Stirling engine, I don't know for sure if it's true of this one, but most of the ones that I've seen on eBay for sale, this color, this gold color, it's actually coated with 24 karat gold. I don't know for sure that this is 24 karat gold, but if it is, obviously that will make it worth quite a bit more, I would think. So looking at this, we have to figure out how we're going to get this replaced. Let me get the new parts out and I'll line them up so you can see what I mean. So this bulb will go basically right here. I think you can kind of see that. So I think that's what we need for that. So this is the inner bulb. So this bulb is gonna fit inside the other one, just like that. It is loose on here. I'm gonna need to tighten this and maybe something else, I'm not sure. Okay, so clearly we need to loosen that, and we need to take this off for sure. Okay, so we have that off. Gotta be careful with this glass, obviously. That looks fine, it's on there nicely. So is this just basically a matter of loosening that and then pulling that out? That's gonna be a really easy fix. I better loosen this little bolt and see what it looks like before I start talking too much, because the minute I say it's gonna be an easy fix, we're gonna find out it's very difficult. I think that's the right size. Let's see if I can get it loose. Here we go. Need to hold this flywheel here. Okay, that wasn't hard. Okay, now I need to pay attention which way this linkage is. So this is on the bottom, this is on the top. I might have to come back to this video to remember that. Okay, and here is the little orange ring. That actually looks really good. I think I'm actually just gonna leave that on there because I don't see any problem at all with it. Now, let's see if this is as easy as I hope it is. Oops. So hopefully this will just pull out. Good. Okay, so here's the other thing. Is the part the right part? Let's line them up and see what they look like. As far as I can tell, that's the right part. So let's get it installed and let's see what happens. Okay, it just slides through there. All right. Now, what did I say? This one goes on the bottom and this one on the top. I think that's what I said. And then this screw goes in. Sorry you can't see that. Okay, so far so good. Let's tighten it down just a little bit. Doesn't need to be super tight, but enough it's not gonna come off. So, here's what we have so far. Okay, that looks really good. Let's see if we can get this thing tightened so then it doesn't move around so much. I'm afraid it's gonna move around and we're gonna break the glass again or something. Okay, we have that problem fixed. That is on there nice and tight now. Another thing we're gonna have to deal with is this tarnishing, and we got some, what is that? Oh, that's just wax, so that's easy enough. Must have had a candle going in here. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean off this glass. I don't know if it matters if there's fingerprints or this debris. It looks like some of the debris might be on the inside. I'm gonna clean off this glass and then we'll install the outer bulb. I don't know how tight that needs to be. It probably doesn't need to be super tight with that rubber seal. Now let's clean off that outer glass. I also want to clean this off. I got some fingerprints on there. That looks really good right there. So what do you think? Do we have it ready to try? I think it's pretty close. I'm gonna get just a candle, a tea light to put on here. I think that'll produce less smoke, so let's try that first and see what happens. All right, so I've got a candle. We've got our air suction to suck out any smoke. Now, I'm just trying this just to see if it works. Once we know if it works, then we can put whatever liquid we need to into this. I'll have to research the best liquid to use, and then we'll try that once we know it works. But I wanna make sure it works first, so let's test that out. Definitely getting hot. Nothing yet. Okay, let's try it again. Whoa! Look at that! It totally works! Wow! This thing hums. Okay, let's see what happens when we take the heat away. That goes for a long time. Put the heat back on. Okay. So it's stopped again. Let me get it started again. Just a minute here. Let's try it and see if it works. Not quite hot enough. Okay, this time it's gonna work. Here we go. There we go. And here we go. We have a working Hog Mini Stirling engine. This thing's super cool. I've never seen one before, especially in real life. Never been able to fix one. We've got it fixed, but it's still really dirty. So we gotta get it clean before we sell it, as once it's clean, it's gonna sell for a lot more. And for an update on item number 1, the HP 1000CX palm top computer, it did sell for $90. And after I take out the fees of $12.50, that comes out to a total of $77.50. The buy price was $75, so I made a grand total of $2.50 on item number 1. Now this is actually better than it could have been because I actually did make a tiny bit of profit. So at least we didn't lose money. Obviously it would have been nice if we could have made money, but it's better than losing it. So right now I have a total to spend of $99 for item number 3. So for item number 1, I did forget to put up the screenshot of the eBay listing for when I bought the item, so I'm going to put that up now so you can check it out and see the price I paid for it. So we have this thing looking really bright. It's obviously not 100% perfect, but it's looking really good compared to how it was. You could see how thick some of that tarnish was on the gold plating, but it's looking way better, and I think it's gonna help it sell for a lot more. Right now I'm about to unbox item number 3, so I'll put a link up on your screen so you can go watch that video and hang out with me over there. Thanks for watching my item number 2 video. I'll let you guys know as soon as it sells and if I make any profit at all on it. I'll put the links to my mate Vince, the Retro Future, and Tampa Tech's videos down in the description below so you can see their item number 2.